I'm happy to be with you today, and I thank you so much for having watched all our videos. We thank you all our subscribers and all our viewers for your active participation. Today we have a new talk that is weaning. And previously we have been talking about breastfeeding, benefits of breastfeeding, and how can you accumulate enough breast milk for your own baby. However, today we are on a talk or on a topic which really emphasizes weaning after you have breastfed your baby for 4 to 6 months. However, I still urge you to continue subscribing and to view these videos which are of importance to your health. Thank you so much. Hello, my name is Namaganda Sarah. I am introducing to you this new channel on YouTube. This channel is called Health Touch. Within this channel, we shall be introducing to you all issues, or we shall be discussing issues concerning health, your health at home, and we shall be able to answer all the challenges or questions as regards health issues. To the students who are pursuing courses in the medical field, it will be of great help to you in that we shall be able to answer questions that will be challenging to you in class, in the clinical areas, and in your day-to-day life. We are going to be more practical in order to bring clarity to all that challenges you in your studies as regards the medical field. It will be of help to those who are doing the nursing course, the medical students, call them who are pursuing the bachelor's in medicine, human medicine. It shall also be of help to those other courses like the allied courses. In allied, we consider those who are doing the orthopedics, the ophthalmics, the occupational health, and also physiotherapy, to mention but a few. On the other hand, we shall also be of help. That is, we shall be able to answer questions to those mothers, to those other friends of ours at home who may not be at school, but we shall still be of help in that you'll view this channel, the videos on this channel, and you'll be able to be answered in any challenges as regards you, yourself, your baby, your child, your husband or wife. This is how you can subscribe to our channel. As you go to YouTube, you log in, you sign in, you go to the search engine, that's YouTube, you write Health Touch, and it will come as you see it here. Click onto subscribe, which is in red, and then after subscribing, you click also onto the bell icon, which will give you alert messages whenever we send you a video on this channel. Subscribe, and also share with your friends. Welcome you back from the short break, and now here we are to introduce to you the topic earlier introduced as weaning. We are talking of weaning after breastfeeding, and this starts at the age of, it's not actually after breastfeeding, but weaning is the gradual introduction of artificial feeds to your baby from the age of 6 months. However, World Health Organization accepts for those babies who are not getting enough breast milk to begin weaning at the age of 4 months. Weaning process begins with soft, rather liquid, semi-solids, and then it continues with solid foods. Why do we begin with liquids? It will not be easy for this baby to begin masticating or chewing the hard food. We also start with liquids. And the weaning diet that usually we start with is the milk. This milk can be the formula milk. It can be any other milk that you can access, but prepared in rightful proportions. So for this baby who is going to begin weaning at 6 months or 4 months, we shall prepare the milk and we shall start with a little or small portion of the milk. These are the principles as you begin weaning. Always start with little foods. And what do we mean by little? Begin with a spoonful, and you just give a little taste to the baby's tongue, onto the baby's tongue. When the baby shows interest, you continue giving the feed that you have begun with, or that you have initiated the baby with. And gradually you go on increasing. We are encouraged, or we are urged not to force these babies onto the feeds that they do not want. You always have to be patient with this baby you are giving or you're introducing this artificial feed to. When the baby does not want the feed, please do not force it. And if at all you have to begin with a little, don't force the baby to take the amount that the baby cannot contain. That will be forcing. And eventually the baby might reject the feed. So again, with weaning, we are encouraged to have hygiene of the utensils, that is feeding utensils, as during preparation we should have clean utensils for preparation and for feeding. In preparation, we always wash hands before we prepare the meal, that is the baby's weaning meal. We always wash whatever we are going to feed with, that is the feeding utensils, be it cups, spoons, plates. We are all supposed to wash them, and we can hang them and expose them to sun rays to destroy the germs. Or we can use clean tea towels that are specifically for that baby or baby's feeding. This will help us prevent the baby from getting diarrheal diseases due to contamination of the feeds. And weaning, as you begin from 6 months, the baby can begin by the time the baby makes 9 months, it is positioned to take half a mug, call it 250 mils of the feed. After the baby has gotten used to that feed, you can begin introducing another feed. That is what we call introducing a feed at a time. Don't mix the different types of feeds, because you may not know which one the baby does not want. You may not know which one the baby will react to. So that's why we introduce a feed at a time. If you began with milk, then you can also go to juice, that is liquid. And we said from liquid to semi-solid and to solid. You can begin with milk, then you introduce milk that is mixed with porridge, that is a bit thick, and that is what we call semi-solid. And thereafter you can also mash your Irish potatoes, and that will also be semi-solid. Then if it goes to an age of 9 to 12 months, then you can also introduce solids like biscuits that the baby can chew on, carrots such that the baby can file the gums for the development of the teeth or for the eruption of the teeth. As we continue weaning this baby, we go on increasing the amount as we said earlier. And what is that amount for? Because the baby grows at different ages, there are demands that are proportional to the age, what we call milestones. Different milestones have different energy requirements. So with weaning, as the baby grows, it will begin crawling at the age of sitting at the age of 6 months. So we shall have more food for that will meet the demand for sitting. As it grows bigger, 7-8 months, it will begin crawling, and from crawling it will begin to attempt to stand and thereafter walk. So all that is the demand that requires us to wean the baby on different foods and increasing the amounts gradually. So by the time the baby makes a year, between a year and 1.5 years, we expect the baby to take amount of food that is half the mother's food. If the mother takes a plateful, then this baby will take half a plateful of the food to be able to meet the baby's requirements. Again, with preparation of the meal, we should make sure that this meal is a balanced diet. As this baby feeds, it is supposed to have the foods that will build up the baby's body, and these are the proteins. We shall also see that the baby gets the energy-giving foods, which are the carbohydrates, and within this diet, it should include the fats to help the baby get some fat on the body in order to insulate the body from loss of heat. We also see that this baby can get the food we introduce to this baby should also contain the so-called protective foods. What are protective foods? These foods protect the baby from getting infections or from falling sick. And among the protective foods, we have the vitamins, we have the minerals, called the mineral salts, that are within the foods. How can we access this balanced? How do you know that this is a balanced diet for this weaning baby? The balanced diet, we shall give examples. We usually use the locally available foods in our community. We shall not prepare food from sources we cannot access. And we shall advise you from the locally available food. If you are in a region that prepares millet, look for a form that the baby can have the food and can easily digest it. If you are a region has plentiful of potatoes, please make sure that the baby can eat those potatoes in the form it can easily digest. So, among the bodybuilding foods, which we say that the proteins are meant to be from the local available foods, depending from where you come from. We can access them from plants as well as animal sources. The most expensive are the animal sources, but if you cannot access them, please, you can resort to plant sources of proteins. What are those animal sources of proteins that we will include into the baby's diet? We can have fish. Fish is a first-class protein. We can also have meat. We can have meat products like milk. We can also have chicken. We can think of any meat from any source. We also advise people according to their cultures. We shall not advise you to take meat that you do not you're not by the culture, be it religious, that you don't take. Please find sources from the animal sources. We also get proteins from the plant proteins. If you cannot afford to get meat, you are advised to prepare the baby's diet from 2 plant proteins for you to acquire or to achieve a first-class proteins. For example, you can have beans mixed with groundnuts, and there you'll be able to get a first-class protein, like that one who has eaten meat.
Jarred baby food from the store can be convenient and easy. Also, you can mash soft foods like bananas, cooked sweet potatoes, and avocado with a fork, or use a blender or food processor to puree foods like oatmeal, cooked pears, and apples. At the beginning, mix in breast milk or formula to make it thin and easy to swallow. Many families offer breast milk or formula, and then some solid foods, and then more breast milk or formula. Start with just a couple of teaspoons each time. Increase to about 1/4 cup of food 2 to 3 times per day during the first couple of months that you are introducing foods. The process is messy, so be ready. Is your baby eagerly moving toward the spoon and opening her mouth? Does she fuss when you take too long between spoonfuls? Then she's hungry. Keep on feeding. Is she turning her head away, spitting food out, or putting her hand over her face? Then your baby is full. Stop feeding and put the food away. Make sure you honor your baby's hunger and fullness so she learns to eat just what she needs. Don't get pushy or you'll spoil the fun for both of you.
Let us put emphasis on why do we begin weaning. It has been observed from some cases that mothers tend to prolong exclusive breastfeeding beyond 6 months, and they do not know that their babies miss a lot. From breast milk, there are some nutrients that are lacking at that age according to the baby's demand. So by the time the baby makes 6 months, it is deficit. It is in demand of those other nutrients that are not present in the breast milk. For example, there are many minerals that we acquire from artificial feeds. There are many vitamins that we acquire from artificial feeds. And we need also more calories at that age because the baby is growing and needs a lot of calories to grow for the body activities to go on. And the baby needs to be built up by the external proteins from the artificial feeds. So we are encouraging the mothers who have been delaying weaning and have prolonged it to 9 months, so to begin as early as 6 months. And for those who cannot produce enough breast milk, please, we can allow you, or you are free to begin it as early as 4 months. It is really challenging for some mothers, especially the working mothers, who are stressed by the nature of work, that at times they not be able to produce enough breast milk for their babies to breastfeed exclusively until 6 months of age. So it is okay, you can begin as early as 4 months to begin the weaning of your baby. In summary, this is what we have said. Weaning is gradual introduction of artificial feeds to the baby from the age of 4 to 6 months of age onwards. However, when we say we are beginning to introduce artificial feeds, we don't say stop to breastfeeding. We continue breastfeeding as well as giving artificial feeds. I have to emphasize this point, that as we wean our babies, let us remember that it is very important for this baby to begin with the artificial feed before the breastfeeding. At every time you are introducing an artificial feed, make sure that this baby is on empty stomach, because when the baby is hungry, it will try or it will attempt to take in the new feed. However, if you introduce the artificial feed, when the baby is satisfied, it may reject it because it is already satisfied. So weaning is gradually introducing the artificial feed. However, when the baby has tasted the little feed, you top up with the breast milk until it is used to the weaning diet. We still emphasize that weaning should begin with liquids, and it is always milk. Then we go to semi-solids and later to solids. We are allowed to give these babies solids to help them get used to chewing. The challenge comes in when babies are continuously given mashed food. They will not be able eventually to masticate or to chew this food, and when they grow up, they will keep on getting choked because they are using to eating mashed food. Means at a later age, after introducing the liquid, the semi-solid, also do introduce the solids to prevent this baby from getting choked, and to also file the gums for eruption of the teeth as they grow up. As we conclude, we still thank you for watching our videos, and we encourage you to keep subscribing, to subscribe for the new members. And for those who like the videos, please do like our videos, because we are yet to send you more videos. Thank you so much. I still want to remind you that these videos are presented both in Luganda and in English. However, if you are interested in English, please you can go ahead and watch it in English. And for those who are interested in watching them in Luganda, we have no problem. But I insist and emphasize that for those who can understand both Luganda and English, we encourage you to watch these videos in both languages. You will not regret it. Hello, my name is Namaganda Sarah. I am introducing to you this new channel on YouTube. This channel is called Health Touch. Within this channel, we shall be introducing to you all issues, or shall be discussing issues concerning health, your health at home, and we shall be able to answer all the challenges or questions as regards health issues. To the students who are pursuing courses in the medical field, it will be of great help to you in that we shall be able to answer questions that will be challenging to you in class, in the clinical areas, and in your day-to-day life. We are going to be more practical in order to bring clarity to all that challenges you in your studies as regards the medical field. It will be of help to those who are doing the nursing course, the medical students, call them, who are pursuing the bachelor's in medicine, human medicine. We shall also be of help to those other courses like the allied courses. In allied, we consider those who are doing the orthopedics, the ophthalmics, the occupational health, and also physiotherapy, to mention but a few. On the other hand, we shall also be of help, that is, we shall be able to answer questions to those mothers, to those other friends of ours at home who may not be at school, but we shall still be of help in that you'll view this channel, the videos on this channel, and you'll be able to be answered in any challenges as regards you, yourself, your baby, your child, your husband or wife. This is how you can subscribe to our channel. As you go to YouTube, you log in, you sign in, you go to the search engine, that's YouTube, you write Health Touch, and it will come as you see it here. Click onto subscribe, which is in red, and then after subscribing, you click also onto the bell icon, which will give you alert messages whenever we send you a video on this channel. Subscribe, and also share with your friends.